Everybody, and welcome to B Movie Euphoria's reviews. We're going to do something special this time. I'm going to be reviewing the 1986 martial arts kind of classic. I mean, I hadn't really heard a lot about it. I know it's got some sequels, which I've never seen them either, but I saw this one today, and I figured this would be a great time to do the Death Nut Challenge while I'm trying to review the film. So, let's see what happens. I might die. If I do die, please call the cops and have them retrieve my corpse. I'd like to be buried just in a nice kind of wooded area. Maybe some trees. Just put me in a sack because all that, the casket and the flowers and everything, just put me in a sack. That's all I want. I just want worms to eat me, and I want to, replenish the soil and everything. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, no liquids or food is allowed. Okay, got it. Chew entire contents of each level compartment for at least 15 seconds. Okay, we can do that. Wait 90 seconds for advancing to the next level. Alright, so I'm just going to talk about the movie between each nut, or half nut, because there's about 2 to 3 nuts in each thing, each level, and I wanted to do this again with my friend James, so we're just going to do a full nut sometimes and then a half nut some other times. Yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, so this film, there we go. It is, let's start on level 1. It's a lot of fun, and it's exciting. It's very much like a kind of basically a retelling of Karate Kid, where it's a kid kind of coming to. Oh, I just swallowed it. Fuck. And he has some friends, has a girl that he likes, and but anyway, it starts in L.A. This guy Jason, his dad runs a karate studio, and it's pretty successful. I probably should have chewed a little bit more that time because I can feel it going down. Anyway, everything's going good until these mafia guys show up one day, and they're basically make some vague statements about how they had talked to Jason's father before, and he's like, "Yeah, and I told you, I'm not selling, okay?" And they're like, "Oh, all right, come on in here, Ivan." And then Jean-Claude Van Damme, who is the bad guy in this movie, you don't see Jean-Claude as a bad guy a lot. He shows up as Ivan the Russian. And so it's got a nice heat. It's kind of like warm tea right now in my belly. It's not bad. 90 seconds yet? Oh god, I'll keep going. This might be a long. Anyway, so he comes in. The dad is like, "Look, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm just not gonna sign this whatever contract for you to take over my dojo or whatever." And so Ivan just starts kicking the shit out of him and ends up breaking his leg. And he's forced to leave. He's forced to basically flee. His son, Jason's watching this the whole time, just going like, shit. And it's really disheartening, for a young son to watch his dad. I didn't really grow up with the dad, so I don't really know that side of it, but I had a stepdad, and coincidentally, we actually watched Time Cop together, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Anyway, so let's move on. Oh, I'm gonna keep those in there. And then this one, level 2. And there we go. Anyway, so he doesn't want to fight the guy. So he basically says, "Let's get out of LA. we're gonna go move to Seattle, specifically Seattle for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna chew this time. Next. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Oh! Anyway, so they moved to California. No, they moved from California to Seattle. Um, but it's obviously just a lot of establishing shots of Seattle, and they're still in California. That's fine. Who cares? Um, as soon as they start moving in, this guy with a great Jerry curl, RJ, shows up on his BMX with like a boombox strapped to the front. Immediately, cool dude, gonna be best friends. They immediately hit it off, and Jason kind of talks about how he idolizes Bruce Lee, and he wants to become, martial arts master. RJ's more into like beatboxing, doing some breakdancing, which is also a really cool aspect of this film. There's a whole breakdancing scene in a nightclub, and that's a lot of fun. Anyway, so Jason's dad is really down on the whole martial arts in general. He's just like, I don't want you fighting. I don't want any of that shit going on, because this is what it leads to. And then we start meeting kind of the kind of antagonists in the film. The main is clearly Jean-Claude, but we don't really see him a lot. We see right away while he's moving in this extremely fat guy. Maybe not extreme, but he's just like the fat guy that they would put in like a lot of 80s movies. He immediately reminds me of the fat kid from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, because he's just a fat asshole for no reason. And I feel like in the 80s there were a lot of weird tropes. There were kids in wheelchair movies. There were just dickhead fat guys that just wanted to they always had like stuff on their face because they were always just eating loads and loads of food. Like, if you're a fat guy, number one, you know how to eat. Okay, you know how to miss your face. It just goes straight in there. You're not rubbing stuff on your face. That's why whenever I see that in a movie, I'm like, okay, he's the fat guy. Anyway, so this fat guy immediately, he doesn't like RJ, who's really, he's just doing his own thing. He's a cool kid. But he immediately doesn't like Jason, and he starts calling him Bruce because he can fight, I guess. I don't know. So he's always trying to mess with RJ, always trying to, like, somehow he has cronies that, like, always move in to help him to, like, beat up RJ or Jason. Alright, now we're on to round 3. Okay, there's only 2 in here, so I'm going to have to split one. Alright. Okay. Alright. Wah! So. Oh boy. I'm going to chew. So, at one point, fat guy corners RJ at like a fast food place, Burger Heaven or something. And he basically is like, I'm gonna kick your ass for whatever reason. There doesn't really seem to be one. Jason sees that and comes to defend him, and then immediately they're like back to back, RJ and Jason, and they turn to each other and they're like, no retreat, no surrender. And then that becomes like a running thing throughout the film, where it's like it didn't come from anywhere. It didn't like they weren't talking about it at any point, and they don't talk about it, but suddenly it's like this catchphrase that they have between us. Bah! That between them. Anyway, so. Ooh! Okay, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get way worse. Okay. So. Jason wants to, like, start, training some more. So he goes to the local dojo, Great. What happens? Fat guy goes there too, which I'm like, fat guy goes there because he doesn't seem to know how to fight, or okay, you don't have to be in shape to know martial arts. Obviously, Sammo Hung, uh, some other guys, Steven Seagal, to a more extreme degree. But he tries to, join, and then fat guy tells the master, who's a friend of the normal master, who's off winning karate tournaments, and he basically, fat guy tells him that Jason has talked a bunch of shit about Seattle karate, which he hasn't. But anyway, they all kind of gang up on him and treat him unfairly. And so he gets kind of beaten up, and he goes home, and his dad's like, "What are you doing? Why are you fighting? I told you not to fight, don't I gotta fight?" And so he starts ripping down all of his stuff in the garage that he had set up, which I'm like, when he first moved in, he kind of like immediately claimed the garage as his dojo, as his fighting place. And I'm like, that's where the cars go. I mean, I understand, he's a kid, he wants to fight and everything, but dude, you can't just claim the garage, Go to the basement. Anyway, so his dad starts tearing everything down. It's like, "I don't want you ever to fight!" There is a lot of overacting in this movie. The main guy, Kurt McKinney, he does a good job. He's a good actor. Jean-Claude's gleefully over the top. Everyone else is just kind of not good. Really, really not good. Like, this was clearly like a Chinese company that wanted to do like a, semi-American film. Fuck. Oh, this isn't gonna hurt. 4, 5, 8, Okay. And they really didn't care about acting. At the same time, so he gets kind of embarrassed there. His dad's pissed at him. Also, on top of this, he's got, okay, I can't touch my eyes. He's got this girl that he knew from California. Somehow, they don't explain that. Or maybe I went to the bathroom for a second. Anyway, she is the brother of the guy that owns the dojo. So, his dad's pissed at him. He's feeling shit about, getting his butt kicked. Gah. He goes to a birthday party with the girl. Guess who's there? The fat guy? Jerk. This new jerk, the guy who's taking over for her brother at the time. So, fat guy, jerk guy that's trying to mac on the owner's sister, but sister clearly likes Jason. They gang up on Jason, beat him up again. He's feeling like shit. Like he can't train. He can't do anything. Oh, fuck. Only one more to go. No retreat. No surrender. If I start crying, remember, it's because of childhood trauma and not because of hot nut. Okay. So, he decides if his dad's not going to let him train in the garage, he's going to... RJ is like, "Hey, I know of an abandoned house. You can go and train in there." Apparently, in Seattle, there are just abandoned houses everywhere. Really nice ones, too. You can just go and set up a bunch of sandbags. Anyway, so he sets up all this shit. He's just so fucking just bummed and oh fuck and pissed off about everything, and he falls asleep there. All of a sudden, here's where the movie gets a little fucking hard to take seriously. Suddenly, Bruce Lee walks in, Jason's hero. This guy Doesn't look anything like Bruce Lee. Doesn't talk anything like him. He does the like him, but he he does not look like him at all. Okay, you can't just get another Chinese guy and say, "This is Bruce Lee. He's got the same haircut." Nope. No. So basically, for the next 20 minutes, Bruce Lee is training him. And it's not just like he doesn't wake up the next day and like, oh, that was crazy. No, it continues for like weeks. And where Bruce Lee is like, you do this, you do this. I'm following you. And so Jason is doing this. RJ shows up every once in a while and looks in the window and goes, huh? Huh? And is like, reacting because he's like, being mentored by no one. So I'm like, in this movie, oh fuck. I got one more. Oh, this is gonna be not good. Not good at all. So the movie either posits that Bruce Lee is a helper spirit that comes and helps guys when they're getting beat up, and just does that. Which, you know what? Maybe. Or that Jason somehow received some severe head trauma and then, oh fuck, uh, just started seeing shit. Either way, he starts getting a lot better at martial arts. He starts training, all these bags flying at him. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Bruce Lee shows him all this stuff. Like, when he kicks him, Bruce Lee grabs his leg. And he's like, now you gotta use your other leg. And he does a flip. Okay, last one. This is gonna get real. Anyway, so, mob boss from the beginning. The dude with, oh fuck, these ones are really, this one's really, oh fuck, I dropped it. Still good. 5-second rule. Look at that. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to split it. Oh no, one's already split. Oh, great. Now it's completely coated. Anyway, mob guy shows up. He's like, to the Jason's kind of girlfriend's brother's dojo. And he does the same thing that he did to Jason's dad. He's like, I'm taking over. Take my offer, which I've never heard an offer. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get to it. Because after I eat this, it's going to be a little hard to talk. Okay. So, the guy's basically like, no, I'm not letting you take over my dojo. Fuck you. And the limo you drove in to the parking lot in, oh, fuck. And the guy's like, all right, I want you to, we're going to bring in our guys, you bring in your guys, and then we're going to have us a little match, And so they set up this whole thing with a ring and everything, and a bunch of guys from Jason's girlfriend's brother's dojo, who are all pretty good. And then, oh, it's hitting my throat. Oh boy. Because I'm like breathing this one in. That's hurting. Like, that doesn't feel good. Anyway. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. Okay, so, night of the big fight. They start, sparring, fighting each other. Dojo Master versus Mob Boss's guys. And then Mob Boss comes on stage and he's like, forget all this. We don't need our guys. We just need one guy. Ivan the Russian. Jean-Claude comes out and he's like, nah! Throughout the whole all of the fights, he's like, nah! Just the most hideous faces you can imagine, which is great because I love faces. Anyway, let's go. Oh, no retreat. No surrender. Anyway, Ivan kicks the shit out of everybody. Anybody who comes in the ring, he brutally beats them very badly. Yeah. Oh, I can't touch. Get these away from me. Then he beats everybody up. Finally, Dojo Master comes in the ring. He's like beating the shit out of him. And then Dojo Master like fights back a little bit. Fuck. And then the Russian mobster guy's like, kill him! Kill him! Kill the fucking guy! And John Claude's like, okay. He starts strangling him with like oh fuck. Oh, it's hitting so hard. Starts strangling him with a rope. And then the guy's sister comes in the ring. She's like, no, no. Jean Claude grabs her by the hair. He's about to like throw her out or something. That's when Jason pops in the oh fuck, pops into the ring, and it's go time, like it is right now. Big time fight. Oh shit. Um, they're fighting each other. He's using all the Bruce Lee moves that he was taught. Oh, he's seeing flashbacks. A lot of flashbacks in this movie. Trying to pad it out a little bit. Oh boy. No retreat, no surrender. I'm not gonna tell you how it ends. You should see it for yourself. A really good, fun movie. Really bad acting. I saw the international cut because it was offered. Maybe the other cut's different. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh God.